Okay. All right. In your sweats.
It's
and my
cold
goofy
out,
leggings.
okay? It's cold out.
I did not want to put on my nice jeans before RHINEBECK because then I have to wash them then.
Well, yeah, you'll end up just
So
wearing
I'm
them all day today and working in them, and then you'll be like, okay, well now they need to be washed because they're covered in dust because it's so windy and cold
Put your
outside.
coffee here, yeah. I'm just worried it's gonna get
Yankee?
We should have just left him in here. Okay, so
Should I let him in?
Ruben Senbee's
Should I let him in?
Havanese dog. He is a grade A clinger.
He has severe separation anxiety and love for his mamas.
So, but the problem is that he's also like very reactive. So anytime somebody opens a door, he starts barking like crazy because he thinks it's an intruder.
He also thinks it's somebody fun to play with.
We didn't know if we should keep him in here or if we should
have my boyfriend babysit him. And I think he's just crying outside the door right now. And when he cries outside the door, he cries like he's being like kicked and like beaten, and he's just screaming.
Just go get him in. Just go.
He's probably upstairs now.
Is he? I thought Alberta was baking the bread.
No,
Pinky?
You brought him upstairs.
Oh, okay. That fixes the issue. That fixes the issue.
Little Mr. Drama is gone. Okay, so hello, hi.
Hello, I am Samby
Senbee
from Bumblebee Acres Farm, and this is is this 51?
Yeah, I think so. We're 52.
It's 51 or 50.
I think it's 51.
I always forget to look.
I thought you were at 60 though for some reason. I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? Who's really counting? We don't have time for that. But anyways, what's more important is it's just a few days before RHINEBECK, or well, before we leave for RHINEBECK, New York. And, you know,
we're stressed.
No sleep till RHINEBECK is real. And I feel like we save it.
Oh, you're right. It is. It's 61. This is 61. Episode 61. Yeah, the RHINEBECK, no sleep and wool. No sleep and wool is a real thing.
I'm gonna actually knit while we do this because I need to get this done so I can photograph it.
I need to get this done too. So I need to get.
See, we've casted on examples and patterns that we're releasing right before the show. So then we also have regular work prepping, winterizing the farm a little bit, and rush knitting. What's wrong with us?
Well, we just want to suffer. That's what's wrong. So I'm actually working on a Mon Chéri shawl, which is a pattern that I released a couple of years ago, but this is a sample for the shop. The one that I had knit for the original pattern was a wedding gift. Did I get this in coffee? Oh no.
I don't think so. I just whacked the table and
okay. I'm like, no,
because my yarn is somehow weirdly tangled, and I just don't understand somehow. Things happen.
That's my real life. Remember the last episode where I couldn't get my yarn untangled? So this shawl is actually a sample baby bee cast on in 2022. And then she got really busy and she wasn't able to finish it, but we are going to have the yarn at New York. And the original one, I think, did I finish saying that? Was a wedding present for my best friend. So she has the original shawl and I have to make a sample now. And Baby Bee's in nursing school, so she is not able to finish it. And I forget how many rows I have to do, but it's like the end of a shawl, so it's 10 billion stitches per row. But this isn't a new pattern, but we have a bunch of new patterns that I have to somehow write today. Help.
We don't know what we're thinking, but, you know, time just keeps escaping us. We just have a problem.
Well, so one of the reasons why we decided, why Senbee and Queen Bee decided to cast on these projects is because we have like these texture packs that we bring to shows and we release them sometimes online. They're always one of a kind colors, but we do them in our slub yarn, which we call Ziggy Sock, and it's the thick and thin, like little coil yarn. Oh yeah, here.
You can pull it because I'm holding my
Ooh.
ends.
Ooh, 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 ooh. See how cute that is? It looks kind of like hand spun. So I released the Winter Witch Cowl using this and
the spun sugar.
The spun
that's
sugar.
The texture pear like pattern.
Yes.
Right.
So these, the spun sugar is, you can use mohair, you can, if you want to use brushed mohair, but our spun sugar is actually alpaca silk because I can't wear mohair. But sorry if I'm talking too much. You just tell me.
You tell her about. Tell her.
But we
tell
all
them.
Tell her. Tell her.
My phone is a her. It's a little girl.
That makes sense. But what am I trying to say? And
this
I feel like
the new one is out of the Teddy Boucle DK and the spun sugar.
Yes.
So they're both held double.
Yes.
And so is the well, this isn't held double. But
look at how cute this
Winter
is.
Witch. Oh my gosh. This was a last minute podcast.
This was a very last minute podcast, and we have not slept enough, and we have not had enough nutrition, and we are out of our minds.
But the reason we decided to cast these on is because we bring them to the shows, and people always ask, what can I make with this? And we just didn't have enough things. Like, there's the Winter Witch Cowl, but that's only one option. So we decided to do this. And it's going to have, like, a matching cowl, so it's going to be, like, a set. Mm-hmm. And then this brioche cowl.
I forgot, okay, so this pattern is...
That's going to be I called it the Teddy Texture pair. Like,
yes.
Teddy Texture set or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are going to, like, match. It's going to be kind of like a...
It's going to be a 2-in-1 pattern.
Yeah.
So you're going to have a matching cowl, So if someone purchases the set, they know they can get a hat and a cowl out of it.
Yeah.
And it is super.
This her little thing.
Needle holder just flew across the room. It's super cute. It's like a little.
It's super cute, but it's not good for thin needles. It just isn't.
Does this not fit her? Why does she even have this on here? This doesn't work.
Well, I feel like she's knitting that on way too small of a needle. But.
Well, it's her pattern. It's Queen Bee's pattern. So,
don't know.
It's Queen Bee's first pattern. How cute is it? But yeah, this is, the brim is not tacked up currently, but it definitely needs to be tacked up. I mean, I guess you can choose not to, but it doesn't have enough. It doesn't have enough.
See,
actually, it's super cute.
The thing about the boucle and the Ziggy, actually, and the spun sugar, so like the texture pairs and the patterns in general, those yarns don't have any like elasticity like your usual like wool sock yarn would have, because it's blended with an actual like piece of thread they used to ply the yarn onto, and it just makes it so it, you know, when you knit it, it just kind of holds that shape.
I actually think they do use wool in them.
It's a wool thread. I don't know if it's just a super...
But it has no... Basically, it's no memory.
It doesn't stretch, and then it doesn't pop back.
Yeah, you don't have negative ease, really, with it.
Like, this just stays how it is. Like,
there's
no...
You could definitely not fold up the brim on this, but it definitely hugs your head better if you do. I actually kind of like it like this. It kind of sits
on. It's one of those
nice.
hats that isn't really going to stretch out more, I don't think. But it's not also going to tighten to your head. So it's kind of like the no hat hair type of hat.
Yeah, look, it really rests on pretty nice when I put it on. It doesn't feel like it's gonna really fly off.
I was worried about it. I was worried about it in the beginning, but then when you put it on, it actually feels very secure on your head.
It does.
So then I didn't feel like it needed to be like necessarily tacked down if you didn't want to.
Yeah,
if you have a smaller head, you might want to.
So some options you have for it is you can tack down the, it did give me a little bit of a goofy, whatever. You could tack down the brim and then you won't have to worry about that. And then you just kind of like sew it in. And we will put instructions in the pattern on how to do that. But one trick is to just go, you know, the little light bulb stitch markers that open and close, and they're like
Progress keeper stitch marker things.
They you can count up your stitches and figure out where you want it to be held. So like wherever this is on your pattern, you just mark it, and just mark every other one or wherever you feel like you're going to want to tack each one, and then you don't have to do the guesswork of and making it all wonky of like one side is like higher up.
And when we say tack, we literally mean just taking like a little bit of the yarn left over at the end and just like slipping it through either side and tying it on the inside.
Yeah, you can just make little knots for each one, or you can sew it, weave it through to hold it down, whatever you want. But I kind of like it not being tacked.
No, it feels really nice not having it tacked. Like I was, because Mom and I were Queen Bee, were originally thinking to just tack it down, but then we put it on and we were like, well, no. I actually like it.
Your skin looks amazing.
It's the coconut oil.
It looks amazing. Coconut oil is not good for my skin for whatever reason, which is a huge bummer. But yeah, so this will be one option. So that way we have some other options for people, because we almost always sell these out, but people don't know what to make with them anyway. So we're like, we have to figure it out. One cool thing about the texture packs is they are all one-of-a-kind colors. So we actually, they dye them, the spun sugar and the texture skein, whether it is the boucle or the ziggy sock. They dye it together in a pan together and give them their colors. And so I guess they're two of a kind, but they don't replicate the colors ever. So they're always...
Yeah, and it's never written down or anything. So that's another draw why people buy them, because they, you know, fall in love with the color, but then they're like, well, I don't know what to do with it. So I'm going to give them something to do with it, depending on your knitting ability, because your cowl isn't super difficult to do, your Winter Witch one.
No, it's very easy.
And that that set won't be very difficult to do at all. And this one is just like a slightly more difficult.
Talk about that one.
This one, I'm holding the ziggy sock held double for the outer side. And then I'm holding the spun sugar double on the inside. So depending on which way you want to wear it, it'll be like soft on the inside for me. But I'm knitting it very long, so then when you put it on, it kind of like crushes down, and you can also fold it, so then you can see both the inside and the outside when you're wearing it.
I like that a lot. I really like that you did it so, and it feels so light and so airy, but
because I did it on a big needle, because it's gonna be so warm with that alpaca.
Go show that texture up close. Like, that is insane.
Let's get this.
Like, look at the little slubs in there. It is so cute.
And then let's turn it inside out.
And then inside out, you have the spun sugar is the knit stitch, the like foreground. Yeah, and it's so fuzzy.
So it's cool because you can see the slubs through it. But yeah, super easy, like brioche learning pattern, you know?
Exactly.
And since you're holding the skeins double, it, you know, uses up your yarn pretty quick. But I think after this, I think I'm only going to do like maybe 3 more inches. 2 or 3 more inches. And then I think I'll definitely have enough to do a hat, honestly, out of them. Or I always tell people they're really fun, the texture pairs, to make like little stuffed toys and stuff, because it's like you can make literally a million of them. And like blend the yarns. Like you could use the ziggy with a totally different yarn, or the spun sugar with a totally different thing.
I'm dying to do like even this shawl, which is a 3-color 3-skein shawl. You could totally do textures instead. Like, you don't have to just do colors, you can do textures. And same with the gathering shawl. The gathering shawl would be perfect because it's so easy to knit too. And you can like
you have like a 2-texture shawl.
Exactly. And if you want, you can do this, okay? Just hear me out. you can take a full sock skein, and then you can double it up in certain parts of the pattern, since this is a DK, so you can double up your sock skein to make a DK in some sections, and then in other sections hold one strand of that sock and one strand of your sugar, and then in another one hold one strand of your ziggy, because it'll give you a DK and a structure throughout your entire shawl, but it'll give you texture too. Like, how cool is that?
I know. These are all the things I tell people, like, when they're like, what can I make with it? And I'm like, the options are endless.
I know.
And then they get overwhelmed because it's always at the show.
Yes.
You know, I'm busy with customers and trying to answer people's questions, and they're like trying to retain the information. So now I can just send them this video and have the beginning segment. And it's just like, what you can do with this.
Yeah. And color, like color work. Oh my gosh. Like,
The options are seriously
use your textures for color work. Like, that's so cool. Like, it would be so cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just wish I had more time in the day. I don't think I'm gonna, speaking of time, I'm not gonna be able to finish this before we leave. So I'm literally working on it in the car on the drive.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be one of those things that we just hang on the thing unblocked.
I might block it once we get to our Airbnb.
Oh yeah,
Like, lightly
we have
block
those
it.
one cords that are usually used for rounds, but you can use it for trying squares. It's like a blocking cord.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
because it bangs out and it
the
stays
blocking
really,
wires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can just feed that through the whole ends of it.
Yeah, you still have to bring pins and stuff, but I think that that's fine.
Yeah.
I can just pack it. It's fine. It's no big deal. Also lightly blocking things by just getting it wet and then stretching it over a I use our drying racks for the yarn.
Letting the weight just pull it down.
But you could use your shower rung and just letting the weight and kind of shaping it by hand and then just going in and checking on it regularly. That works too, to like lightly block it, not super hard block something. I'm kind of worried because I have slightly a different gauge than her.
Oh, it's the end of the shawl. And it's rib. Please, it'll be literally
I
fine.
knit much tighter than her, so I'm like,
I
I guess I can do it.
knit different every time.
Me too.
Honestly, she's been knitting pretty tight. I felt like her rib is a little loose, but I think that's just because 2x2 rib just always gets loose. I don't know why. 2x2 rib, you can't keep gauge unless it's in the round. Knitting back and forth, I don't know if I'm the only one that feels that way, but it is.
No, she's gotten it really even. Maybe that's just you.
Just stupid.
Oh my gosh.
Whatever.
We're going to have so many great things at RHINEBECK. We wanted to get this video out because we are going to do a booth preview, but that's going to be going up the night of setup. So
Yeah.
I'm going to do it the same way I did Wisconsin this year and New York last year, where I just go through and I just film the booth and show everybody where everything is and then just upload it.
Yeah.
Because that's so much easier for people to, when it's chaotic in there, know where the things they wanted are.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, people commented on it and they said it was so nice to have like a preview of like knowing where things were.
Really, they did?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
okay.
I had several people that were like,
I
yeah,
haven't
I
heard.
watched the booth preview and I was just so excited to come. And I'm like,
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah,
It
so
gets too crazy in there.
yeah, it does. It does. So it's a lot to do the night after setup, but we usually take Friday off because we set up on Thursday. The show is Saturday and Sunday. If you've never been to New York Sheep and Wool, they're usually the satellite, like other shows like Indie Untangled and Cakepalooza are on Friday. If you come in early and you want to go see those, I think almost all the tickets are sold out for those right now. I'm not sure. We went to Cake last year. Last minute we decided to go, and that was really fun and it was really cute. It was rainy.
Yeah, so it was not a ton of people just because they're kind of like intense out in the rain, but hopefully this year it doesn't say any rain. So
Knock on wood.
hopefully
Let's
those
hope.
people can have like not a windy because of the tents. Nobody wants wind, and they can just have like a nice weekend.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I really hope we have a really good weather. It looks like, I looked this morning and
The weather's looking great, honestly.
It's gonna be sweater weather. If nothing changes, we're gonna have sweater weather. It looks like for Rhinebeck, New York, it's raining right now. That's fine. They need rain. We need rain here where we are in northern Illinois. So Thursday is gonna be 60 and sunny, perfect for setting up. Friday 65 and sunny. Saturday 69 and sunny, and Sunday partly cloudy and 70.
Yeah, like those are great temps. Like
Perfect
wool
temps.
buying temps. When it's too hot, you don't want to go out and buy wool.
No, you don't.
And when it's too cold, you can't feel the wool because your fingers are numb.
Mm-hmm.
And that sucks.
That's, yeah. Usually the buildings stay pretty warm. We're in Building A. Just so you know, we are in Building A. We are in booth 10/11. When you're coming in from like the main walkway where the food is and everything, and you go into Building A, we are on the right side wall, and we are all the way in the back corner, but it's a lovely booth. We love that space. It is.
Yeah, because we're right by like the door.
Yeah, so when we load in and load out, we're right there. It makes it so easy and so quick. And also, we've been lucky in the past 2 years, we've had a line, and the line can just go out the door and doesn't interrupt other people. So it's been great. And we have some exciting stuff to tell you that we will be bringing other than these texture packs. We didn't bring any colors unless you did. Did you bring them?
No, because
it's a surprise.
That's not it. Majority is literally already packed in the trailer.
Yeah, but I thought you were casting one on.
Oh, yes, I do have a little bit of... Hold on, let me just tack this.
We do have one of the colors. So
it's balled up, though.
Should we talk colors first, or should we talk the notions we're bringing first? Let's do notions.
Okay.
Let's do notions before colors. So stick around because we're going to talk about the colors. Don't leave! So we have partnered up with our friends at Wild Stitchers.
Oh
Jen.
my gosh, you make this nice.
I know.
I find it very loose compared to you, I think. I feel.
You do. You do.
What a nice little decrease I did.
Well, I did that, but you wrote it. Look at it. Show them. Show them the nice little decrease.
Did I even do it? Yeah, it is. Wow, I do so good. I'm like, I didn't remember if you changed, because I had you test and make sure the decrease was okay.
Yeah, no, I did it
it's
exactly.
Like
this cute little kiss. An X for a kiss.
But it like starts later, so it's not like the whole decrease is that. It's just the last one. This is the Hey Bud beanie, and it will be coming out at near Sheep and Wool as well.
That's one of the ones I have to write too. Is this one and her 2 sock patterns?
But we're talking about the notions, and one of the notions is on the hat. Is why I'm holding it.
Yes. So we partnered with Jen from Wild Stitchers. This is their logo, and they have made us. This won't be here. This little strand of yarn will not be here, but she has created for us bee needle gauges. How freaking cool. So I went to her and I was like, I love your needle gauges that have like the logo burned in. I said, but could you turn my logo into a needle gauge itself? And she nailed it. She nailed it.
With it being the little wings.
Yes. So this is coming off because it's going to be a breaking hazard. This was just a sample. We're going to go pick those up from her tomorrow.
Yeah, and I actually want to know if you can change the time from 4 to 7.
We did. I did. Oh. And she said that was fine. Yeah, so these are super cute. They're going to have a little, what's that called? It's like a little hole to dangle it from.
Like a keychain hole. It has one right here on the little antenna head.
Yeah, right at the top. So that's one thing we will have. Another thing we are going to have, which I've been wanting to have for years, are
a little bee tag, and then the other side says made with love. So you can, like, when you fold it up,
it's so cute.
It says, made with love on it.
Is that upside down when you do that? Yeah, it is. So you have the choice on if you have like a brimmed hat, you can either put it here or you can flip it upside down and put it
On the other side, yeah.
But yeah.
And you can have like either side showing either the little bee or the made with love sign.
And we are going to have them in multiple colors, and these are real leather, but we will also have cork. And the cork is really cute, but I forgot my sweater that has it on. So for sweaters, because it would be upside down if you put it like here, or sideways if you put it on like your band, I put it down here, and it is so cute down there to just have the little bee right on like your...
I would like it on the hem more than anywhere else, because then, you know, it's not going to bother you.
It's so cute.
You know, because it is like, you know, a little tag. It's got like, you know, the little corners and everything. So like, I wouldn't want that on my neck or anything.
They are very easily removable too. So when you have to wash, you can just pop it off, because it's just a little metal
like bar that goes through your project.
Mm-hmm. And then it doesn't require any sewing. Very easy, very cute.
Yeah,
but like,
so then you can swap it from either project too.
Yeah.
You know?
So when you want to
gift, color match.
If you want to gift it, you can have a cute little bee put on your gift, or you can just do it for yourself so you know that this is bee yarn. Our logo is just filled with happiness and love, so we figure why not just keep that going with your project as well. And then we have heel to toe rulers. So I showed these over the summer to Patreon. And they also have our logo. They also have information on sizing. And they also have...
Thank God for that.
Oh, sorry. Kitchener stitch instructions. So all of that will be on the heel to toe rulers. I like that they're wood and they're not plastic.
I like that they're wood. I love wood.
Me too. But they're...
The plastic ones, I feel like they're always like kind of hard to get it in the sock, you know, because they're not always rigid enough.
Yeah, because I have one that's a plastic one.
Yeah, you want something that's like firm for you to like try and fit in there and keep your stitches and your socks straight and everything. I have actually a sock I'm working on and we can demonstrate it.
Yes, because I was going to say maybe we should show how it works.
Where it is.
So whether you're knitting top down or bottom up, so if you're knitting top down, you can use it to measure your cuff and what is this called?
This is a halo.
No, this part of the sock.
Oh, your leg.
Just the leg.
Yeah, the leg of the sock.
So you can, when you haven't started your heel yet, you can totally put it through there and measure how long you want to go with your leg and your cuff, etc. And then she's already done her heel turn, so this is perfect because she does top down socks. And what you do is you put the start, which is the bottom of it, and you put that into the heel, so like so. And you just line it up with where the back of the heel will be, so you can see that's where her heel turn is. And then you can see, well, I have it backwards now. I should probably put it like this. Sorry guys. And then she can see how long her foot is at, and then how much farther she has to do. So she can put her progress keeper at that point and then see, okay, I have to do like X amount more inches, etc., etc. And then if she, you know, doesn't have it written down anywhere how many inches the shoe size is, she can look on the back.
Which I need to do because these are from my boyfriend and I don't know how many inches. Let's see how many inches.
What size shoe does he wear?
Where's like a 10.5.
Foot length. 10.84
So about 11
inches.
inches. Has to be almost 11 inches.
Oh, that's his sock, and then the sock foot length should be that. So actually,
like 10.5.
So actually they do, ooh, sock foot length. I'm going to have to ask her about that. Because she has both foot length, how long the foot should be, and how long the sock itself should be. But is she including the toe in that? Or is she just saying you don't want to make your sock the exact size of the foot because it's gonna stretch a little. I don't know. I have to ask because I actually didn't notice that before. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you're doing toe up, you just do it backwards and you put the toe in instead of the heel, like I showed. I don't have a toe up sock to show you. And on the topic of more socks is we have sock blockers coming. And these are incredible. So these were the prototype. A few things are going to change on them. We are going to remove the M because Wild Stitchers has 3 different sizes for small for like children's, medium is most women, all women basically, and most men sizes. So we're going to only carry their medium size because they actually go up to, they have a little cute gauge back here of what size is each number. This one goes up to a men's 13. So most men are 13 max. My boyfriend, unfortunately, is a 15. He's not getting hand-knit socks. That's not happening for him, unfortunately. Blame God. He made him have big feet. These are super cool because
between your toes.
Yeah, ooh, especially toe blessed you. So these are really cool. I'm gonna sit back and try to demonstrate these. I'm gonna disconnect them.
I know, they're kind of a big thing. Like, sometimes you don't realize how big the sock blockers are. Like, just in general. Like, any sock blocker. They're just kind of like a big thing.
So what you do is, I'm gonna use this one.
It's like you're holding a whole, like, foot and, like, calf.
Is you definitely want to do this on a table when you're sizing them and first putting them on. But as you can see, we have the little B cut out here and the B logo here. And on the back, you can see that these numbers, they have 1 through 9. These numbers here correspond with the back instructions, and then it tells you which setting you need to put it at for which size sock. And these just open up like so. Then this falls out. Let me put it the right way. And then say you want to do a women's size. Oh, well, you're going to be doing what size for Alberto for those socks?
10.
A 10? A men's size 10 would be on the 6. So the little arrow lines up with the number. You put it back in, you slide it back down. Oh, and like I said, you might want to do this on a table if you have tiny bit shaky hands like I do. You know, the bigger the sock size, the little bit more wiggly it can be, but it'll still hold on just fine. Like I'm really wiggling it.
Yeah, I've been using those, so.
You're just gonna want to put it on like you would like a baby's sock on their foot, where you roll it up really tight and then just slowly put it up.
But that way you can block any size sock that you're knitting instead of having a bunch of different types.
It's
because, like I said, they're kind of big and bulky, and like
it saves you a lot of space and money because you don't have to have a bunch of different sizes. You know that you have a blocker that does a women's 5.5 to a men's 13 right on hand. And yeah, I tested it to see how it works for even if you do the 9.
I mean, you can put my 1 socks on them, but they won't be.
And it still holds it just fine. It's not falling out at all. It's holding up nice and good. Look at that. That's giant. That's a men's 13.
That looks like a fish.
It does kind of look like a fish. But yeah, so we're very excited about all of those.
I'm like really being weird.
I feel like I'm being weird too. I'm tired as heck. Oh, what else? So I think those are the only, and then we're gonna have stitch markers too. I don't think we're bringing the stitch markers to Rhinebeck because the stitch markers we are going to include in Advents. So they're just gonna be our cute little bee. Sorry, it's a spoiler. No. But it's they're gonna be really cute. I'm excited about that. We're gonna have other notions too. We're going to have the cord, what are they? The
cord stitch holders.
Yes, stitch holders. So the silicone cords that you can.
I love them.
They're amazing.
I love them.
They are so helpful.
I can't get enough of them. In the beginning, I was a little bit like, and now, no. I have them 24/7 in my bag.
They are so helpful. We're going to have them in a ton of different colors. Like, we literally have so many of those. We have,
yeah, I mean, we literally have every color of the rainbow.
Niftiest Notions pouches. Those have, yeah, when she says every color of the rainbow, we literally have red, pink, yellow, green, blue,
orange.
Do we have orange? Black, brown.
You say pink,
purple,
aqua.
Pink, purple, aqua. Yeah, we have everything for those.
We do sometimes a little mix pack. It's just a.
Yeah, when we have a leftover length from each one, we just put them together in a mix. But we're gonna have stitch marker sets from Baby Bee. We are gonna have tons of patterns. We are going to have a ton of yarn bases. So this year we decided not to do 2 full rack displays of tonals.
We just figured with what we're bringing color-wise and collection-wise, you guys would prefer to have the collections over the
Yeah, we're gonna try
tonals.
Yes, because tonals, well, you want the tonals to match the project in the yarn. Tonals, we can do those online, and we're going to try to implement a better way to do those, probably maybe dyed to order, or start stocking them more regularly. I don't know. It's been a work in progress on how to do that online. But we are thinking of how we want the booth to look, and we had 2 new collections we wanted to bring. So we made 2 new collections, and they're
last minute. We just decided to let's just come up with how many new colors? 16 new colors,
15, 16.
And then what was it? All new colors basically for Halloween and fall and Christmas.
Are we bringing Halloween yarn to New York? Did we
just the few extras? Have,
okay.
Which some of them are new. You know, we have Ghostface, I think, some left over. I'm not sure if we have any October Nights.
I think we have 1 skein of October Nights or something.
Well, I don't know if that's going or if that's staying with me.
Yes, the shop is currently empty online because we are taking all in-stock items to New York. And we will be loading that in when we get back, as we feel like would be best. I'm not gonna say we're gonna do one big giant update or anything, because there are new collections and we may just want to wait and release them as a full collection, fill them back in, maybe add more colors. When we have a collection that we bring to a show, we typically try to keep it to 1 or 2 racks. So if you've been to or seen our display, we have units that holds the yarn, and we can fit 7.5 colorways on that if we do 2 lines. If I'm blowing your mind with too much jargon, it's fine. It's like a cart with a bunch of rungs on it, and we do 2 lines of each color because we have so many bases, and we can fit 7 colors or 7.5 colors. And Harry Potter we have 2 racks of, so we have 15 colors for Harry Potter. I think we have 1-ish rack of Outlander, maybe a little more than 1. 1 rack of Lord of the Rings, or a little over 1? I think
Lord of the Rings and Outlander they kind of have some wildflowers, and I think they're kind of sharing a rack a little bit.
Yeah, when we say wildflowers, those are colors we didn't dye specifically for the show. So those will be leftovers from the shop that we just fill in. So,
it's just leftover stock from other updates, basically.
Yes.
But
we call them wildflowers because it's a cute name, and we're Bumblebee Acres. So
I don't know what else I would call it. Miscellaneous? That seems so lame.
Yeah, no, we like to come up with cute names here. We like to romanticize life. So we have the wildflowers. They will probably take up one whole rack together. So we'll probably put Lord of the Rings and Outlander next to each other, and then they will meld on one middle rack that transitions into the other. But you guys are probably like, what are the new colors, and are you bringing...
Hi.
Hi.
Hey,
Do you need something?
Nope. No, you just wanted to know what was up.
I sent a group text to let everybody
It was
know.
rinsing yarn.
Oh,
So he
okay.
probably hasn't even looked at his phone.
Yeah. So wait, what was I saying?
Let's just start about the new colors.
We're gonna have some Christmas colors. We're gonna have 2 Christmas colors.
Yeah.
And we're bringing The Grinch Stole Christmas and Farmhouse Christmas. And now the new collections will be, but we have to be careful how we say them. First of all, as a disclaimer, these are in no way official. They are in no way tied to any company or whatever. They are just colors that are
inspired by fangs.
inspired by fandoms. And they're just colors on yarn and in no way official, but we are bringing a princess collection and...
yarn from a galaxy far, far away.
yeah. I'm so excited. We have been wanting to do this
For like
ever
since the beginning.
since we ever had
Since the
yarn.
beginning, like very beginning.
Because of licensing, we were very afraid, but I talked to a very nice lady, owner of Fangirl Fibers. She has been doing fandom yarn for a long time, and she stopped by our booth at Wisconsin, Sheep & Wool, and I said, so like, what's the deal with this? Like, are you afraid? She said, no. She said, they don't really care about yarn people. They only care if you use their imagery and then their brand name. So we're not doing that, and we are just finally making colors that are nostalgic and
fun.
we are so excited. Are we gonna say the names of all the colors?
I mean, we could go through all the colors we did.
Or should we just show them the one?
We'll just show them the one. I mean, it's balled up right now, but...
That is Mulan and Mushu.
I'm holding it over our coffee and I'm getting little fuzzes in it.
Oh no, in the coffee?
Yummy.
Here, I'll stand
Extra
up.
fiber.
She's got so much knitting on her lap, so she's not standing up. But this is, sometimes when you ball up yarns, you lose some of the
But you
cool
can see
color.
it on the thing, how I...
You want to see the yarn rainbow? Now remember, the cord is red, you guys, so you have orangey red, this beautiful like blackish transition into purples,
and deep
blues,
There's a little bit of a pink in there, and then like a light blue.
a teal. Sorry, it's not
just,
focusing. Oh my gosh, it is so perfect, her outfit, and Mushu, and it's just...
I know, it's been sitting on like my nightstand, like literally, like I did this like 4 days ago. I just took one and I was like, I'm balling it, and I'm gonna just cast on my start, and I'm gonna make some of these leg warmer socks, which I don't know what I'm gonna name them. I think I'm gonna have them, I'm just gonna call them the Snuggly Socks.
Snuggly socks? I feel like you gotta do something more fun. So this was the Barbie color. We talked about this in the last episode. We are writing up the pattern to have it released at RHINEBECK, and I'm just gonna put it on Ravelry and whatever.
Yeah, I mean it's ready to go. It's written. It just needs to be formatted.
They are so
I took pictures of them, not on, but I'm gonna
just
give
on
them.
the
I'm gonna just give them to Queen Bee, and then when she wears them at RHINEBECK and stuff, I'm just gonna take pictures with like her cute shoes, and we can like upload those separately.
But this in this color is going to be insane.
I'm not doing heel and toe or anything. I'm
You
just doing
are.
the whole thing.
I mean, you can't. I mean, I'm not
Because
judging. You looked at me scared. No, it's fine. I was just like,
yeah, I'm just doing the whole thing out of the one color.
I love that.
Sometimes I get tired of having to change the color. I just get bored with it. I don't know. I don't always
Yeah,
want to weave in all those ends.
Breaking yarn and then having to weave in the ends, it does stress me out with socks. even though it's not that big of a deal, but it kind of stresses me out.
I'm tired of having all the little balls on the bottom of my project bag.
We did get some really good suggestions.
What, for names?
Yeah, some really cute suggestions. So I'm gonna pull them up from that episode.
Look how big this sock blocker is. This is literally like a size 8-foot sock.
Uh-oh.
And it's like, looks like it's like, I'm holding a whole leg. Okay.
I think I have to open it on YouTube because I don't know how to just view.
The one thing, oh my gosh, and we need to make sure the pattern says it, because when you split to do your heel, you need to do it opposite on one side. I'm pretty sure I wrote that down. That way the change of your stripe is on the inside of your leg. So you know what I mean?
I think,
like if you're doing magic loop, you start the heel flap on the first half of your stitches, and then on the other one you do the back half of your stitches.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That pretty much. I'm gonna just.
Oh wait.
People will understand that when I write it down, right? I hope so.
I think they will.
Even if it doesn't, it's not like that's so bad to see on the outside of your leg.
I think what you can do is you can say, okay, mark your beginning of round, and then know that your first sock, the beginning of round, is going to represent your inner right leg, and then the other one your inner left.
Yeah,
or
because see how the stripes like how my gauge changed? Handmade.
I always knit different. She didn't lie.
Handmade, don't know.
She didn't lie about it.
Yeah, okay. I have to figure out a name for those because we're going to release it, and this is just going to be the squiggle cowl because it's squiggly.
Okay, so suggestions for the names of the socks. Like totally easy squishy socks. Because that's what you called them. Oh, okay.
I'm thinking in my head when you said that, I'm like, are they considered easy? I mean, it's a 2-row repeat, but like.
I thought that there were some more suggestions, or did people comment them on somewhere else? Somebody said leg warmer pattern.
That's what I'm kind of thinking. Should I just name them leg warmer socks?
I feel like, yeah.
Footsie leg warmers? You're thinking like footsie. Like, I don't know.
I feel like leg warmer socks is good because then if anybody looks up on Ravelry leg warmer socks, these will pop up. Because somebody might be like,
I just want a pair of leg warmers, but I want them on socks.
Yeah. No, I think leg warmer socks, I think it's good. It's straight to the point.
I mean, that's what they are. You know? That's like what they are. Like, yeah, oh, it's not a very cute name. Whatever. They're the leg warmer socks. That's what they are.
Then the Cozy Hiker lights will also be coming out. And the Cozy Hiker lights, because she has her Cozy Hiker pattern, which is a DK worsted sock pattern. But these ones will be just for, because people have asked, like, can you just make them for
fingering weight? And it's like, yeah, they're just basic. But, you know, it's got the heel flap. It's got what the cuff is and how many rows I do.
Mm-hmm.
All that jazz. All that fun stuff. I'm finally releasing the patterns. Y'all can finally get what you want because I've been hoarding it.
Yes.
I just like to show you, like last year, the Hey Bud beanie. I was like, oh, look at this pattern I'm going to release. And then I never release it.
You know what? Things get very busy over here.
I just forget time.
I really lose my mojo in summer.
Well, the thing is, once I'm finished with the pattern, I just start wearing it and I don't think about releasing it because I have it. So why do I need to release it?
That's how I feel too.
Crazy.
That's how I feel too. So the Hey Bud beanie, super cute. We will have some of the DK and the Sponge Sugar. Well, actually, we should say we are going to have a ton of yarn bases at this New York Sheep and Wool. For almost every color that we have dyed, we will have our and the link to all of our yarn bases will be below in the video, and it's also on our website in the video details. We will have Bubble Sock, which is a silk and
Merino blend.
silk superwash merino. Then we will have our squishy sock, which is our standard 4-ply superwash merino nylon sock. Our coquette sock, which is what she is knitting these out of and what she knit both of her sock patterns out of because it's our favorite sock yarn. That is a Corriedale superwash
I just
wool.
want to reiterate, yeah, it is the favorite.
Yeah, these ones
These are squishy sock, which is the, merino nylon.
Mm-hmm. It's not the favorite.
It's so, fine. I started casting those on and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so much easier to knit this because it's not like these little tiny stitches so much. But these are seriously little tiny stitches. I wonder how they're going to hold up with a man wearing them.
It'll be interesting for sure. Yeah, you gotta hurry up because that man has holes in his socks.
Oh my god. I cannot believe he was walking around yesterday with his little toe out.
Okay,
his little baby toe out.
You ever had that where your sock, on the outside, gets a little hole and then your pinky toe gets somehow stuck out and then it gets, caught? And it's the worst sensory feeling at all. This man is walking around our house.
And he doesn't feel it.
And I said, Alberta, what are you doing? And he says, oh, you like that? My little hobo toe? And he, wiggles it? And I'm like, no, I don't. I was dying laughing. And then,
I literally went upstairs and he took them off and he was going to put them in the hamper. And I said, okay, if you're putting them in the hamper, those are only bed socks now. Because holes in bed socks is, different. You're not walking around the house. It's just in bed, if you like those socks. And I said, or I'm going to put them in the trash.
Then he says, last night, after everybody found out about it, and the funniest thing is that the other night I had gotten really goofy, and we keep trying to come up with good nicknames for Alberto because we all have nicknames in our house. We're a nickname family. And I was saying his name in my head, and I'm like, Alberto? Toes? Alberto's? And then this happens 2 days later, and I said, no, his Alberto is out! But then he says, I like how I walk around in bare feet all the time and nobody says anything, but the one time my toe is out and it's a scandal around here.
It's a scandal when you have bare feet as well. I keep telling him he needs to order his Uggs. I got a pair of Uggs matching with Baby Bee, and these are maybe the best shoes I've ever purchased. I cannot take them off.
Show the shoes. We are not sponsored.
I got the Tasman slippers or whatever.
Tasman?
Yeah, they're the Tasman style.
Cool.
I wear them out, and when I come home, I literally Clorox the bottom of them so I can keep wearing them as slippers. I wash the bottom of my shoes because I don't like taking them off. They are so good. But yeah, I got them, and he stuck his little foot in it halfway to see what that was all about.
And he liked that?
He liked that. And then the other night, he's taking Ruben out. And I'm we're talking about slippers. He says, I can't wait to get me some of those Uggs.
When is he getting them?
He can't decide what style he wants. The men on Ugg have a million different slipper styles that you can get. Women, it's this small
Can I
little
feel
thing.
What it's like?
Yes, you guys should get these instead of the Hefflinger things you guys get.
I don't know. I really like the support of my Hefflinger. Yeah.
No, I don't know what it is. I am a Birkenstock only type of person.
I need the arch support. I wear these. I've been wearing these for literally ever. They're Hefflinger. These ones are kind of beat up because I wear them all day long at home. All day long, but they are wool-lined Hefflinger, Haflinger, and they're got the cork
bottom, the Birkenstocks.
But they have much higher. Well, here, feel mine.
No, I know they got a high arch. But for some
arch.
reason, these don't bother my arch at all. It almost when you're standing and wearing them.
Do you have very flat feet though? I feel like you and Halion have higher arches than I do.
You mean lower arches than we do? Than you do?
No, you guys have a better formed foot, and mine needs the support. Otherwise, my feet are just too flat.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. my feet hurt more in like a heavily arched shoe than in a like my Hokas. Like
Makes sense.
if I'm gonna be in my shoes for a very long time, I literally prefer my All-Star Adidas, which are a more flat
Interesting.
bottom shoe. But I don't know. I mean, these are just fantastic. I can't get enough of them. I'm like, okay, converted.
He needs those. He needs those. I can't deal with that.
Well, he needs a house shoe in the winter. Last night he was so cold he was taking the blankets. So today I have to change the sheets to flannel sheets because I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna freeze because a man decided that's his blanket. No.
Well, you can use 2 blankets.
He will take both.
Both?
And then he's like in the morning, why didn't you just ask me? You're asleep and I say something to you and you just turn the other way. Man, I don't know. I've been
We were talking
blessed.
about how, and you know, they have a really good relationship. And Alberto has the skill. And I think it's their love. I think that their love creates magic. Because, and that may sound a little woo-woo, but she comes up with amazing food recipes. And she is an amazing, like, let me tell you, like, she is like, if she
Should I bring
cook
my bread
fast,
in here? Do you guys want to see my bread?
You want to go grab your bread? Yeah, she's been cooking so much sourdough and it is good.
I make like a loaf of bread like every other day.
Yeah, she's making 2 today though, I think.
I make another
So
tomorrow.
good. She does like cheese ones and cinnamon sugar ones, but even the plain ones. Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. And we have to a little bit credit Hannah Lou Designs, who makes our project bags, her husband, because we could not get our starters started, and he ended up gifting us some starter. And this is, ew, now we have to eat that? She kissed it? But anyways, yeah, shout out to Matt for donating some of his starter so we can have a starter. But we needed it. Well, ours kept dying every time she tried to make a starter.
A man.
A man? Which one?
Joey.
Oh,
The brother.
we were just talking about how men are, like, when you're PMSing or it's that time of month,
Oof. You just don't want to look at him.
everything about them just...
But what were you saying about me being such a good baker, cooking?
Oh,
the
yes!
magic we make? What were you talking
Oh,
about?
when Alberto cooks one of Sen B's recipes, he makes it somehow a million times better, and we never thought that it could be better. I don't know how, but I think...
I know how. I literally watched him and I know exactly what that man does.
What's he do?
He has more patience than I do.
And
So he takes a bunch of time cooking certain things. So I make like a caramelized like soy sugar like Asian sausage type of thing, like with smoked sausage and like peppers and stuff, vegetables. And you're supposed to like let it cook on like, you know, a high medium heat until the sauce like caramelizes, it coats everything, it gets like sticky. Yeah, I don't usually wait that long. I don't mind when the sauce is a little bit like not as like, you know, sticky and like thick. I don't mind when it's like, you know, it's a little bit more wet, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, his is better because he lets it cook longer, so then it coats the everything and then marinates the flavors longer and blah 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 blah. The one thing I'm upset about is I've been making the same brownie recipe for like years, and for some reason I'm watching my cat cross the street like a little brat. Get your little bahootie back over here right now, Bjorn.
Bjorn? What are you doing? Get back on the farm. God, those cats.
They just run away. Yeah, he makes the brownies somehow. So somehow the same recipe is like thicker and like gets like, it has like a totally different texture, but he's like literally doing the exact like thing that I did. Like I showed him how to do it, and even the one I showed him, like hovered over him, like blah blah blah, told him what to do, turned out different. What the heck? Like, you know, that's just not right. So he stays here and just makes me look like a worst cook than I am. Stinker.
Man.
A little brat.
Man.
But, you know, we like it. We'll make, like, brownies at, like, 10 o'clock at night. Am I complaining?
No, he made them 2 nights in a row, and oh my gosh, they are the best brownies. He put chocolate chips in them. I don't know how to tell you guys this. I've never been a big brownie person. I don't really like brownies that much. Those are literally so good.
They're like dark chocolate brownies. They don't have like a ton of sugar to them.
Because I really like dark chocolate, and
so
I don't like a lot of sugar.
Like that molten, like thick, like flavor that's like deep and like good. I don't know. And then he puts the perfect amount of chocolate chips in, so it doesn't make it too sweet.
He does.
And they just have that like molten little like lava cake bits, and then oh my god, I don't know. And it's got like the crunchy, crackly top, but like the soft inside, even when they're cooled.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
That's why he lives here now.
No. Okay, we are at an hour. I feel like we gotta wrap it up soon. Is there anything else we have to talk about? Not that I want, like, I would love to sit and chat with you guys all day. But I have so much
I have to go wash and dye Lux Fox.
I have to write 5 patterns. I
So
am having ADHD paralysis right now.
We're kind of enjoying sitting back and chatting and not having to work.
It's so nice. It's so nice. I literally don't want to do it. I really don't want to do it. I'm so stressed about doing the patterns.
Did we have to talk about the new yarn at all anymore? Or are we just going to show them like the Galaxy
I'm going to show it to you guys. So
everything?
you guys are going to want to watch the preview video. You're going to want to watch the preview video.
Yeah, even the people that aren't coming to New York Sheep and Wool, you're going to want to watch it.
We were supposed to talk about the rest of the yarn bases. I'm sorry. There's
Oh,
going to
well,
be
the
Coquette
yarn
Sock.
Yeah.
There's going to be Squishy DK, which is the same as Squishy Sock, but DK. There's going to be Tweet DK. There's going to be Sasquatch Aran, which is our BFL Aran, and
There's going to be some Tweed Aran.
There's going to be some Tweed Aran in some colors, and then there is going to be Marshmallow Worsted in some colors.
Because we kind of went on and off with the Tweed and the Marshmallow. They kind of like, you know, it's one or the other type of thing.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of hard getting more Tweed because it was not available. And then Marshmallow wasn't available for a while, so it was kind of like, whatever.
When we do the preview video, I will show you where the colors are going to be, so that way, or the yarn bases per each color and where they're going to be too, so that way when you get into the booth, you know roughly where you need to look to find the things you need.
Yeah. Which is super good. I mean, I feel like that'll be most, not explanatory, but like, showing the new stuff better than me just talking about it.
I agree, and it also gives you guys something to look forward to. So that'll be up Thursday night before RHINEBECK. So this Thursday evening. Oh my god,
Are we doing
like a heart attack?
I know, you said that and my stomach dropped.
Literally, it's like when you're dreading something.
We still have to do laundry.
I think I'm just bringing whatever I can find.
If someone does laundry, I just want to wash my one pair of joggers that I kidnapped from Alberto. Because I'm like obsessed with them right now.
I'm about to like chew my nails.
It's gonna be fun.
And I'm not a nail biter.
We can do it. I just want to sit in it and have a cup of tea. But alas, that's okay.
Yeah, and we do have New York Sheep and Wool merch for this year. So we do our own little like commemorative, like Bumblebee Acres went to New York Sheep and Wool artwork for the past 3 years. And we will have stickers available at the show, but we will not have anything else because I got a very bad cold flu, and then I got a sinus infection.
And then she gave it to me and Alberto, and then I was sick.
And then I wasn't able to work for like way too long.
It's
and
okay.
then I forgot. I forgot, but it is available online. Everything but the stickers is all available online and gets shipped directly to your door, and it also helps the environment to have it done like that as well. So instead of it being shipped to me and then shipped to you, getting it shipped directly to you.
Also, now you can pick out like any color, any
size.
You don't need to worry about, oh, this isn't sold out, blah 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 from us. Like, It's just easier and more accessible for everybody.
And there's free shipping. The shipping is included, so it's free shipping. And
can I order some? Well, no, it won't get here in time.
No, it's not going to get here in time.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I know.
It's okay. I'm gonna wear. I already planned my outfits.
Oh, thank goodness. I didn't.
I'm not wearing any knits to sell yarn. How crazy is that? I'm wearing velvet.
Velvet. You know what is truly, since the weather looks like it's going to be about 70 degrees, it's going to be way too warm for us to probably wear knits because we're going to be running
inside. Running down
and we're inside.
And it's just so many people in there. It's just, you know. I mean, depending on how sunny it is, I don't who like about knitwear. It's like sometimes on a 70 degree day, if it's like very sunny and it's not very like windy, it's like hot.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Well, we will see you guys at New York
to
Sheep and Wool. The shop will be open once we get back. We have four or a couple more outstanding orders we have to ship before we leave, but yeah, we leave Wednesday at 3 a.m. sharp because we have to get through Chicago traffic before rush hour because it's scary with a trailer.
I think we should try and leave more like 2:45.
Well, 3 a.m. has been perfect every time. Like,
I mean, tell everybody we have to get in the car by 2:45 because everybody is about 15 minutes late every time.
That's true.
It just happens, you know. You're trying to have a little bit of coffee before we leave because no place is open at 3 in the morning if you want to get coffee on the road, and then it's like, oh shoot,
my blood sugar always goes low. For some reason, every time we leave for New York Sheep and Wool, my blood sugar goes low at 3 a.m. Like right before we're supposed to leave, and it drops to like nothing. And then I'm trying to eat something. Everybody's like, get in the car, and I'm like,
I can't walk,
move.
So this time we'll just sugar you up before.
Yes.
You get 2:30 straight eating.
Okay, right. I'm having a casual anxiety attack. We will see you guys. I will post that video this coming Thursday. You may not hear much from us until then, but
you will be alive.
We're alive and we're working on it. We're working on it. Keep her moving.
Keep her moving.
Keep her moving.
That's how it's
get her done.
That's how it's doing. You can't freaking you can't make this up.
I just wish that we had internet at the Airbnb. Hopefully this year, maybe they upgraded the internet. I don't know. I'll have to message her.
I mean, I wish we could just get like cell reception.
Yeah, that's the problem with the video is I can't do the video until I have to do it while we're in Rhinebeck. Like last time I was in the grocery store because my laptop was dying. And I'm like in the grocery store charging my laptop trying to upload the video in the flower section. And the employees are like, can I help you? And I said, I'm so sorry. I need to plug my computer in. And they're like, well, we don't really want to be rude, but
you can't really do that, but you know.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
This time I guess we'll just make sure the computer is fully charged and maybe you can do it at lunch after.
Yeah, remember last time I did do it while you guys were waiting for the pizza?
Yeah.
And Mom was like, your blood sugar's low, get in here, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I can't, I'm trying to do the video.
Yeah, why don't you just bring it into the place next time?
I'm worried about pouring something on it.
There's like never anybody in there.
Yeah, maybe we can go to one of the back tables. I think there's more room back there than the front ones that we usually sit at. Because we
don't get drinks, we get bottles.
That's true.
Remember? We usually get bottled iced tea.
That's true.
We have a whole tradition. Right after we're done setting up, we go and get pizza at the same restaurant because it's easy. We know it's good. I'm not going to tell you what restaurant because I don't want to see you there.
Don't come to our restaurant. We don't want it to be crowded.
We love that it's kind of empty.
Stay away.
You know? Like, we need a place to decompress. And I feel terrible saying it, but, like, it's not like it's not hard to find. You know, it's just, like, the most
There
Basic
are
pizza.
people on Thursday. Like, people start showing up, and it starts getting busy on Thursday in downtown Rhinebeck. It is kind of crazy.
Yeah, no, it is, and that's great for. I love it, but I also would like to have a peaceful lunch.
Yes. Yes.
And then we'll be
Sorry,
like, oh my god, the
antisocial.
bees! No,
Sorry, you're
not for lunch.
antisocial.
I have pizza on my face. And like, there's oregano on my teeth. We're not doing that.
Okay. We
have to go. Goodbye.
We have to go, but we also have to take a cover picture because I hate having to look through the whole video and trying to find a cover picture.
We'll just take one after.
We'll take one after. Bye! Bye! Safe travels to Rybeck if you're coming.
Please.
Don't look so sad, Beck.